Hey guys, it's Flipping Genius Finds, and today I thought I'd show you some of the high dollar items that sold for me for the month of September. This is going to be items that sold for $40 and higher. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show you what they sold for, what they were listed for, and how long it took to actually sell these items. A lot of my items that I sell are long tail items, especially for the higher dollar items. And that is why I can get high dollar for it. If you want to sell them really quickly, go ahead and list it for a lower price, and then you can possibly sell it for a lot quicker. However, oftentimes that's difficult um, because there's often, however times that's off, however times, sometimes it is difficult to do that. However, sometimes it is a little difficult to do that because there's always the purchase price where you have to evaluate. Things are getting more pricey these days, and if you have a high buy, if you're purchasing, if you're buying items at a higher price, you just have to increase. Hey guys, it's Flipping Genius Finds, and today I will be showing you some of the higher die. Hey guys, it's Flipping Genius Finds, and today I will be showing you some of the higher dollar items that sold for me for the month of April. No, shit. Take two. Hey guys, it's Flipping Genius Finds, and today I will be showing you some of the higher dollar items that sold for me for the month of September. I'm going to be showing you items that sold for $40 or higher. Now, just to let you know, a lot of the higher dollar items are long tail items for me. For you, it might be different. If you can get your items at a very low cost, you might be able to sell it at a low cost. But these days, the prices at the estate sales, like the thrift stores and everything, is going up and up and up. And that's why I may have to do a longer tail in order for me to get a good profit on the item. Now, I do have a corresponding video of how I ship these items. If you want, you can go ahead and look at the video. Oftentimes, I do ship a lot of fragile items. So if you just want to know how to ship out fragile items, you can go ahead and look at those videos. And if you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and list your Christmas items because they will be selling or are selling and will be selling very soon. So if you haven't done so already, you should be listing your Christmas items right now. Yeah, so let's get into the video. Vintage Balos Mouthblown Art Glass Black Amethyst Vase 9 inches orb round globe 1980s. This took about 2 years and 8 months to sell for the full asking price of $159.99. It does have a little bit of flea bite chipping right here. It's very shiny. This is a rare American Girl 18-inch doll size horse by Enertec. This was listed for $79.99. I did take an offer on it for $60. It did take about 4 months to sell. This was an international order, and I did get a positive feedback on this one. This is a large horse. It's supposed to come with a carriage. I couldn't find a carriage, but if you do find a carriage with it, it will be about $140, depending on the condition. Oh, I did also mention that the leather on this, the straps were deteriorating, and a lot of it was falling off, as you can see right here. So I did mention that in the description. This is a pair of Waterford Lismore Essence Champagne Flutes. Excellent used condition. I did list it for $179.99. It did sell for the full asking price of $179.99. These are 10 and 3/4 inches tall. They still have the original stickers on them. Now, just to note, these Lismore pattern for the Waterford is like the most, I believe, the highly collected pattern. the most popular pattern, I should say. And I did also receive a positive feedback on this one. Now, this is a Department 56 Snow Village Halloween Haunted Huntsman House box with missing leaves. This was listed for $99. I did take an offer on it for $59. Except for the missing leaves, I think this was probably in new condition. You can see the bottom is very clean. And I did get a positive feedback on this one also. Now, this is a set of 4 EMPOLI Itali VETRERIA hand-blown art glass aqua, blue, and amber water goblets. I did list this for $224.95. I did take an offer on it for $135. It did take about a year and 4 months to sell. But these are really beautiful glasses, blue and amber, very heavy and very good quality. Yeah, together they weigh about close to 3 pounds and 10 ounces. I did get a positive feedback on this one. Now, this is a 324 Spartan Shield 5x7 insert picture frame by Elias Artmetal. I did list it for $199.99, but I did take an offer on it for $170. It did take about 6 months to sell. Now, these Elias frames is made of pewter, but it does have silver in it. You see right here, it says it contains silver. I don't know exactly how much silver is in it, but um, these frames do have silver in it. I've seen a couple of these sell for in the close to like 200, depending on how big the frame is. So be on the lookout for this Elias Artmetal frame. Now, this is a Baroque by Wallace, Silverplate Champagne Wine Cooler, Ice Bucket 243, vintage as is. And there is some damage here that was repaired. It was listed for $257.99, and I did get the full asking price of $257.99. This was close to a 2-year sale. I did get a lot of interest in this ice bucket in the beginning, but I guess it was just priced a little bit too high for people. And then all of a sudden, it just sold in 2 years. And I did mention that it did have some repairs on it. You can see there is like a crack or repair right here. Now, this was a repeat buyer. The person who bought the 4 previously decided to purchase these after seeing those 4 glasses. And then right after she purchased these 2, um, it was listed for $109.95, but I did take an offer on it for $67.50. And I did receive a positive feedback on this one. Again, these are heavy, very good quality glasses, and is very beautiful. It does have a lot of what do you call that? If you take it into the sunlight, it does have like the optic qualities on it. These did have a little bit of imperfections in it. You can see there is a little bit of scratching on it, and that is why I took an offer. Now, this is a Victoria Crown Austria Antique 3-compartment bowl with lobster floral handle. Actually, right now, looking at it, it may be a crayfish. I did list it for $149.99. It did sell for the full price of $149.99, though it did take about 2 years and 7 months to sell. A lot of the high dollar unusual items, it just takes the right buyer to look at it and to get it sold. Now, this is a binocular case carrying 1054-7051 USGI USA Army Vietnam era. This carries the binoculars. This was listed for $59.99. I did sell it for $59.99, got the full price. It was listed for 2 months This is a GHD Platinum Plus Professional Performance 1-inch Smart Styler Hair Iron. This was listed for $89.99, and it did sell for $89.99. It sold within 2 days. I just put very good condition, but I really think this was like an open box. It probably has not been used, or if it was used, maybe one or twice. But I did test it to make sure that it was working, and this thing heat ups really, really fast. This is the entrance of our Lord into the Temple Greek Orthodox engraved metal baby Jesus. It was listed for $64.99, and it was on a 30% off sale and sold for $45.49. I did receive a positive feedback on this one. Now, looking at it, I would have thought that this would be silver. Typically, these would be like $9.50. It would be marked, but I didn't see the marking and I didn't have the acid to test it at the time. So I just listed it. You can see there is a little bit of chipping right here on the frame. Now, this is a 1967 California Auctore George Otto Hanft Equitable Savings and Loans map. This was listed for $79.98. Previously, it was like listed for about a year, but I did relist it about 4 months ago. It did sell for the full asking price of $79.98. You can see there are some issues right here, a little bit of tearing. Right here, a little bit of tearing. You can see that it is like browning a little bit and a little bit of tear right here also. I believe this is a fold, but it's a nice looking map, and this is actually made printed on vellum paper. Vellum paper is like expensive paper, if you want to say. It's not regular paper. It feels almost like parchment paper, and that is why you have a lot of this browning right here. You can see it's compliments of Equitable Savings and Loans Association. Copyright the Wyman Corporation, 1967. By the way, I have another copy of this map. It should be in my store if anybody's looking for it. This is J. Strongwater picture frame round Swarovski crystal elements gold amber enamel. This was listed for $59.99. It was on a 30% discount and sold for $41.99. It did take about 9 months to sell. J. Strongwater is a big name, like a major bolo. Depending on what it is, it can go for hundreds of, if not more. This is just a small, like a picture frame. I think this is like a 3x3 or 4x4. No, it's not even a 3x3. It's like a 2.5. So if you ever come across J. Strongwater, yeah, just go ahead and pick it up, especially if it's very cheap, because he is a big name. You can see J. Strongwater right here. Now, this is a Star Liana York pewter sculpture whimsical fairy signed art. It was listed for $59.99, and it was on a 30% discount and sold for $41.99. It did take about 10 months to sell. You can see the SLY Star Liana York. This is only about 3 1/4 inch. Now, this is a crest silver, sterling silver candle holders, 3 weighted taper style holders. I did mention that it did have some candle wax and dents. This was listed for $59.99, and I did take an offer on it for $43.60. I did receive a positive feedback on this one, but it did take 2 years to sell. Let me know in the comments below if you think I undersold it and should have just sold it to a silver dealer rather than on eBay, because eBay does take a 20% commission. It may have been better to sell it to a silver dealer. What do you guys think? These are not too big. These are actually small. The small ones are like about 2¼ inches. The bigger one is about 4 inches. Now, this is a set of 2 Shannon Crystal 11-inch palm tree candlesticks by Gottinger with a box. It was listed for $149.99. I did take an offer on it for $115. This took about 2 months to sell. As soon as I listed this, I did get a lot of interest in it. It just didn't sell, or like they wanted a very low offer. But I was the only one who had this candle holder sticks. Now, this is a Texas Instruments TI-89 graphing calculator with a case. It was listed for $27.99. And it did sell for $27.99. It did sell almost instantly. Took maybe about a day to sell. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the calculators T84 to like T89s, they are very good calculators, or they will sell very quickly. These are bolo items if you can get those calculators very cheap. And oftentimes you can get them very cheap at a garage sale, or sometimes even like the thrift stores is a bolo item, although it doesn't go to the $40 or above. I'm just letting you guys know. Now, this is a gas guard NH3 ammonia sensor. These are very expensive, brand new. They're about $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500, brand new. These have to be calibrated. I listed this untested. I listed it for $399.99. It was on a 30% discount and sold for $279.99. Again, a very expensive item. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of shipping fragile items. So if you want, you can go ahead and look at that. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on it, why things are packed certain ways. I'll see you guys next time. And thanks for watching.